Well, in life, you only get one chance to make a first impression, and this Labour government under Keir Starmer have made a pretty horrendous first impression when it comes to the public, and they realise it. That's why they're desperately scrambling today, trying to do this relaunch with this spreadsheet of missions and milestones. And what you'll notice looking through these is that there's absolutely no priority given here either to bringing down record high levels of net migration that the Conservatives allowed to get totally out of control, nor is there any focus here, any targets, anything tangible in terms of stopping the boats, stopping illegal migration. What we do know is that Labour's budget has seen support for their policies, for their approach, falling pretty drastically. We also know that Keir Starmer's personal popularity is going through the floor, including from Ipsos. We see now half of the country disappointed in this government so far, including a quarter of Labour voters. Now, if you didn't see Keir Starmer's speech, trust me, you didn't miss much. And I think this gives you a flavour, really. This very robotic approach. Here you go, this tweet from Starmer. We were elected with a mandate of change. The next phase of mission-led government continues our relentless focus and waffle, whatever. Rupert Lowe, one of those, calling it out. None of it means anything. It's just a load of buzzwords strung together. Pretty similar to the Rishi Sunak approach, really. And yeah, others like Nigel Farage picking up on the fact that these milestones for government that Starmer has laid out today don't include immigration, nor do they address the exploding population. And the reason, of course, that Labour want to duck the issue of immigration is because we can already see what's going on under them. All that talk of smashing the gangs. Yeah, it sounded really tough, didn't it, from Keir Starmer? More than 20,000 people crossing on small boats from France to England since Labour won the election. Over 35,000 people being housed in hotels. A rise of over 20% in 3 months. And Starmer was asked about immigration by the media following his speech today, and I have to say, I found his responses to be pretty weak, pretty woeful. Watch this and let me know if you agree.
You've set out these milestones this morning. Immigration isn't one of them, but you have talked about it and it is in the document. And so people might wonder whether it's a priority or not. Thank you.
There are basics in government. One of them is security and security of our borders. And they're foundational. And they must be delivered. So immigration and control of immigration must be delivered. That is a foundational principle that any government must do. The missions then sit on top of that. They're the change that the government will then bring about. And so these are absolutely integral to our plan. They're the foundational stone of the plan, and they will be delivered. We'll bring in immigration down, both legal and illegal. But I take that as the basic security that any government must deliver, and we build the 5 missions, the plan for change on that.
I want to follow up on Chris's question because I'm a bit confused. You say migration in this country under the Tories is unforgivable. You said borders are one of your top 2 priorities. You put tackling small boats into your mission promises before the election, adding it to your 5 missions. And yet on the banners behind you, there's nothing there. In the 6 milestones of measurement, there's nothing there. So you have not given the public one metric on which to measure you when it comes to migration. Is that because you fear failure, or is it because you said it was a priority to win, but actually it's not even in your top 6? Thank you.
No, Beth. The way we've constructed it is that there are foundational things that a government must do, and they are based on security. So national security is obvious, but border security is equally obvious in my view. And that's why I've said we are committed to bringing down immigration, both legal and illegal. We must stop people crossing in boats across the Channel, and we have to get to grips with the volume of regular migration we have in this country. The statistics last week were shocking. Net migration of nearly 1 million quadrupled in just 4 short years. It is the duty of government to bring that down. It is our duty to do it, and that's why I said it out in my speech, that that is what we would do, and we will do it. The missions are then the additional things that we want the government to do, the change that we want to bring about, and that's why we set them out in our manifesto. Each of the chapters in our manifesto was an example of how we would deliver that, and the plan for change then takes them forward with measurable milestones so that the public can see whether we're making the progress that we need to make in the missions. But the foundation is still the foundational stone on which this is built, which of course includes as an integral part border security.